Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago Bears fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying close attention to the NFL chatter over the past few weeks, you've probably caught wind of some intriguing whispers coming from the Kansas City Chiefs camp. And let me tell you, these aren't just idle rumors. They could be a game changer for the Bears, especially on the defensive front. We're talking about a potential trade involving Chris Jones, the Chiefs' star defensive tackle, which could reshape the NFC North's landscape and bolster Chicago's chances of making a serious playoff push. That's right, this isn't just speculation. It's a strategic move that could have long-term implications, and as Bears fans, we should be paying close attention. So what's the story? Well, according to some sources close to the situation, whispers that have been swirling around NFL circles, the Chiefs, who are currently sitting at a 5-5 record, are taking a hard look at trading Chris Jones. Now, remember, Jones isn't just any player. He's a dominant force on the defensive line, a guy who's been a key part of Kansas City's success over the past decade. With a career spanning 10 seasons, Jones has accumulated over 400 tackles, more than 80 sacks, and maintains a PFF grade of 89. That's elite production, folks. He's the kind of disruptive interior presence that can wreak havoc in the backfield, and his stats speak volumes. About 35% of the time, he's double-teamed, which shows just how much teams respect his ability to get to the quarterback or clog running lanes. This season, things have been a bit up and down for Jones, especially with some injuries and inconsistency that made the Chiefs' defensive line a bit more vulnerable than in previous years. In 2025, through 10 games, Jones has recorded 3 sacks, 7 solo tackles, 8 assists, and 15 combined tackles. He's also generated over 200 pressures, according to PFF data, and his EPA expected points added against the run is at -0.15, which indicates he's been effective at disrupting plays. His impact is comparable in a way to what Dexter Lawrence has done for the Giants, boosting their run defense by around 15%. Jones has the ability to elevate the Bears' interior defense, especially with the way he collapses pockets and forces offenses into tough decisions. Now, why would the Chiefs consider trading him? Well, they're in a bit of a cap crunch with about $15 million in cap space and a pressing need to allocate funds toward their wide receivers. Kansas City's offense, which averages a hefty 25.4 points per game, is also struggling with third down conversions, around 41.3%, and they're trying to free up cap space to bring in some playmakers on the outside. Trading Jones, who's due to count roughly $20 million against the cap, would give them some financial relief. But it's not just about money. There's also a concern about their depth on the defensive line. They've got some backups, sure, but the drop-off isn't ideal. With Jones gone, their run defense could take a hit, making it riskier to keep that run allow low. Enter the Bears. Now at 6'3", Chicago's defense has been pretty solid, but it's also clear they're missing that game-changing interior presence. Someone who can consistently collapse the pocket and force offenses into tough third-and-long situations. Our run defense, allowing around 115 yards per game, could really benefit from someone like Jones, who, based on projections, could add about 6 sacks and boost pressures significantly, around 18%. That would reduce opposing teams, rushing yards to roughly 90 per game, and improve our EPA against the run to about 22. It's a significant upgrade, especially considering the role Jones could play alongside Gervon Dexter, who's been developing nicely. This pairing could turn our defensive line into a real nightmare for opposing offenses, especially in critical moments. And let's not forget how this would affect our third down defense. Currently, we're hovering around a 38% success rate on third downs, but with Jones's disruption, that could jump to almost 44%. That's a huge boost. Not only does it make it tougher for offenses to sustain drives, but it also gives our offense more opportunities to score and control the clock. When you think about how much of a difference a disruptive interior lineman can make, look at what Dexter Lawrence has done for the Giants. Jones could be the missing piece we need to elevate our defense into a top-tier unit. Now, some might be skeptical about trading away draft picks or giving up a key player like Jones. But the potential return is compelling. The rumor is that Kansas City might be looking for a second-round pick in the 2026 draft. That's a pretty fair price for a player of Jones's caliber, especially considering his impact and the fact that he's just entering the prime years of his career. For the Bears, acquiring Jones would be more than just a short-term fix. It would be a statement of intent, signaling that they're serious about contending now and in the near future. Adding a player like Jones could help us establish dominance in the trenches, which is often the foundation of a championship team. The division itself is already shaping up to be a battleground. The Bears, with a solid 6-3 record, are looking to stay ahead of the pack, but the Vikings and Lions aren't backing down. If we land Jones, it could give us a crucial edge over divisional rivals, especially when it comes to stopping the run and pressuring quarterbacks. Our defense has been good, but the addition of a disruptive force like Jones could push us into elite territory, heightening our chances of locking down playoff seeding and possibly even making a deep run. Looking at the bigger picture, the odds of a trade like this happening might be around plus 2,000, but that could drop to plus 1,300 if things move quickly. That's a 35% boost in odds, which is pretty significant in betting terms. Plus, it adds an X factor to our playoff chances. If we get Jones, a rematch against the Chiefs in the postseason could be in the cards. Imagine that, a revenge game with the Bears' front seven looking to make a statement and prove that they're ready to take over the league. In conclusion, this potential trade is more than just a headline. It's a strategic move that could define the Bears' defensive identity for years to come. Chris Jones isn't just a disruptive interior lineman. He's a difference maker who can elevate the entire defense, help us control the line of scrimmage, and set the tone for a team that's hungry for success. If Chicago can pull this off, it might just be the spark we need to push us over the top and finally bring that Super Bowl back to the North Side. The NFL is a league of adjustments and bold moves, and the Bears might be on the verge of making one of their biggest in recent memory. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So Bears fans, what do you think? Is this the move that pushes us into the next level? Do you believe acquiring Chris Jones would be the game changer we need to finally crack the playoff code and contend for a Super Bowl? I want to hear your thoughts. Drop your comments below and let's have a real conversation. This could be the start of something special, and I'm fired up about what the future holds for our Chicago Bears. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned, stay loud, and let's keep this passion alive. Go Bears!